Hey there, YouTube. This is Anthony's West Texas Rides. I am down visiting the in-laws in Utopia, Texas, which is pretty much smack dab right in the middle of the Three Sisters area. And as you can tell, I'm not on my bike, I'm on my brother-in-law's 2009 V-Star. It's been needing to be ridden. He hadn't had a chance to really ride it. He's out of pocket, so I'm going to take it for a little spin. Go give y'all just a small preview of some of the roads in this area and what they're like. They are pretty freaking awesome is all I can say. Air pressure set. This bike's been sitting a little while, so put some air in the tires, put some fuel in it, make sure I wasn't going to run out of fuel. I didn't know what his fuel level was at. It's so weird driving this bike. It's a stock 1300, doesn't have anything done to it at all, and I've got everything except an Ivan's flash done on mine. 2,126 miles, so this thing's practically brand new still. He's still got the heel shifter on his. The guy I bought mine from cut his off because he had humongous feet. I miss having that heel shifter. Pretty nice. I've got my bars on this one too, I'm not used to. Got my V-Star 950 that I had. I swapped the bars on it out with the 07 1300 bars because 07's bars were absolute crap. So I'm used to still riding with my little V-Star 950 bars, which I love. Kind of more of a beach bar style. But for those of y'all who have never gotten to ride in this area or are looking to ride in this area, which I know some of the guys on my V-Star 1300 Adventures forum page that I'm a member of. Shout out to Aaron and his page there. That road right there, 470, goes to Bandera from Utopia, and that is a fantastic road to ride on. Unfortunately, speed limit in this area is not conducive to dragging floorboards, so I doubt you'll see me hit any corners that hard, just because they do have a constable in the area who likes to be riding around and tagging you for speeding. For any of my viewers who watch this video, gentleman I subscribe to and a good buddy of mine is DBest1A. Go check out his channel. He just put out a video here of riding Tennessee Road 32. I'll try to put a description in, or a link in my description to that video for him. That might have been one of the most interesting roads I've seen someone ride. That includes riding the Tail of the Dragon or Cherry Hollow. That looked like a hell of a fun road to ride. So, like I said, I'll throw that in the description when I post this. Oh man, not having a fuel commander on here or ECU flash. Having to downshift and not keep from being in that kind of jerky throttle mode. yeah, we'll probably pass a lot of motorcycles on this little route. I think I'm going to go from Utopia. From here, I'm going to go all the way to Lost Maple State Park. And then I'll turn around and head back home. I'm just trying to run this thing a little bit. Cycle the fluids through it. And run any kind of flat spots out of the tires. See if I like its Kiriakin highway bars. He put the nice ones on. I've got the little cheap 50-buck ones that were on there when I bought mine, so they work, but they're not as nice as these. But for all my YouTube riders out there, I'm on a V-Star 1300 tour. For most of y'all that have seen my videos and keep track with me, it's a whopping 46 or 49 of y'all. But I'm fairly new to YouTube, so I'm not expecting to have a massive following. Not yet. Haven't put out enough videos for that. But anyway, in the next year or two, I'm looking to buy a bike that I'm wanting to keep for and ride the wheels off of, basically. And in the price range think I'm probably willing to spend, I'm pretty sure it's going to be either a Kawasaki Vaquero or possibly a Voyager, even though I hate the Voyager bag, so that kind of puts the Vaquero on top. I've also been considering a Harley because I've always wanted a Harley, but never really wanted to spend the money on a Harley, and this time I'll be able to probably get me something if I really want. But I was talking to a Harley owner the other day. He's got I think his is a 2006 CVO. Got the 110 Screaming Eagle on it. And one of the things we got to talking about was a lot of these Japanese manufacturers, you know, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Honda, and all that. They have what they call brain farting on the word, but they basically stopped manufacturing these parts after like 10 years. And so, you know, you can buy a bike and sure, you're good for maybe 10 years, but if you're the kind of person who's going to buy a bike and keep it for 20 years, after a certain point, you're going to have a hard time finding parts for it if it's a bike you're just wanting to keep and not, you know, just ride for a few years and sell, which unfortunately is what I've been doing for the last 17 years I've been riding bikes, although I've had a few I've kept for 4 to 5 years, but nothing longer than that. And so, you know, I've really considered the Vaquero because I think it's an absolutely gorgeous bike. It's the Harley Davidson Road King, you know, my metric Road King, I guess you'd call it, or yeah, Road Glide, there we go. Not Road King, Road Glide. Got that frame mounted fairing. And so I really like its styling, it's comfortable, love how it fits me and everything, you know. I do a little work. The money I get from selling my V-Star, I turn around and dump into putting the accessories on the next bike I get to make it what I really want. So that would, you know, go with whatever route I chose to do. So, but talking with him and the Harleys, you know, the newer stuff, you know, the Harleys, you know, you know, the older stuff used to rattle so much, and you know, stuff would shake loose and leak and all that jazz, and you know, a lot of people really, you know, especially all of us metric riders would use that as an excuse to really rip on Harley Davidson. And you know, I'm the kind of guy who I like all styles of motorcycles. I like them all. I'll wave at guys on scooters. If you're on two wheels, I'll wave at you. You know, I'm not a stuck-up guy. I'll wave at Harley guys, even though 90% of them don't wave back at me. I get some that do. And they probably have ridden metrics before they own that Harley, you know, and they're kind of like me, where they finally may have got the chance to step up to a Harley. So, but not to knock the rest of these bikes. A lot of these other bikes, you know, they make a dang good bike, and you can ride them just as long as Harley and may not even have to take them in for as much maintenance, you know, as a Harley might require. But a lot of these newer ones are definitely a lot better. So I'm definitely looking to go probably a 2007 or newer. I want something with a 6-speed. I might stay 2012 and newer, just because the Road King's my biggest love, and I think y'all seen my video of riding that one 2017. I just absolutely love that, but I'm not sure I want to spend that much money on a newer model Road King. We'll see. It's going to be a couple years, another 1 to 2 years before I pull the trigger on something, so I'll have time to see what the used market does for that year model. But yeah, I'd love to have cruise control and a 6-speed transmission's my preference, so that's why the Vaquero's at the top of the list and the Voyager up there. Plus I like that V-twin rumble, so that kind of ruled out the Goldwing after test riding it. Awesome bike, but just didn't have that V-twin rumble. That's my preference, so not my thing. But anyway, talking with the Harley guy, and